It's so open everywhere you go. Having this double island, it's definitely not elevated.
You know what that is?
I do. I'm gonna test you though. All right, 1, 2, 3. I love it. See? You see they got a metal building over there. You can have a metal building, you can have a shop. I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. Check this out. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. This is my favorite room in the house. We are pulling into, I would say, probably the most sought after acreage community where people are moving out of Houston to get more space and build their established luxury new construction homes out in the middle of the forest. In fact, we're pulling in and these are the gates and these are the trees that set this place apart. But what's crazy is while it feels like you're out here in this enclave of thousands of acres set back in the woods, you're less than 10 minutes off of the freeway. We're up here in Willis, Texas, and we are pulling into Republic Grand Ranch, which is a multi-thousand acre luxury acreage development. And we're about to pull up to 9 different luxury home builders that all have model homes out here. We're gonna walk you in through some of my favorite options for these custom home builders. And what's different about Republic Grand Ranch than a lot of these other communities is the fact that you can't just bring your own builder. You have to pick from one of these 9 highly curated builders, and they got picked by the developer because they've got a great reputation. You're gonna get to see inside these home builders and see which one's the best fit for you and your family, and really see if buying a piece of acreage here in the Houston area is going to, 1, fit your budget, and 2, you're gonna be able to get the home that you like on a gorgeous wooded lot. So let's pull over and let's go check out some of these builders. Now, one of the first things you need to know if you're looking out here at Republic Grand Ranch is that there's only a few restrictions and you can do almost whatever you want with your land. And that's why we wanted to show you Tilson first, because this actually isn't even one of their homes. That's the home. They're using this as their sales office, but they have 3 structures out here all on one 3-acre lot. You can buy multiple lots and stack them together, and that's exactly what they did here. We're gonna run in here, we're gonna get the keys so that we can get you the first look at their brand new model home over here. But I wanted to kind of show you out here, you see they got a metal building over there. You can have a metal building, you can have a shop, and then on top of that, you can have a guest house casita that matches the real home. So I'm gonna run in, I'm gonna grab the keys, and we're gonna go check out their model. We got the keys. There's so much space in this house. It just completely opens up. And another thing that's crazy out here, and I'm gonna walk you through the pros and cons of it, there's a lot of elevation change. I mean, even from right here, we're about 40 feet up, shooting back into the woods, which can be really, really great. But if you're not careful and you buy the wrong lot out here, it can end up costing you hundreds, yes, hundreds of thousands of dollars in lot prep work, which is ultimately going to culminate in a higher priced home. But look at the front facade of this thing. If you want that kind of country style home, and you want a nice wraparound front porch, you can build it. This is a fully custom home, and we are checking out Tilson Builders first. And what's cool, we haven't shown you Tilson before on our channel, and look how wide this front yard is. We're about halfway into this 3-acre lot right now, and it goes all the way over to that street corner. But I love the aesthetics. Let's go unlock this bad boy and check it out. And we got exclusive access, nobody can bug us, and we're gonna take our time showing you all the details of this home. But the first thing I want you to do is flip around here, and I want you to check out just how open this is and how pretty it is that they set this home up, kind of on a plateau, shooting straight out into the woods. You could build this house anywhere in the world, but what you can't do is guarantee that you've got that view, and you can get that view out here in Republic Grand Ranch now. And there is not a single space in this house that feels cramped, and I'm gonna really point that out and highlight it as we're walking through. But let's start over here in the living room. You definitely have this great room. It's the heart of the home, and you can't build a home like this without those sliders. It really invites the outside here into the house. First thing I noticed that was interesting to me, and I'm curious your thoughts, let me know in the comments below. They've got this new electric fireplace. We're seeing them a lot, but I didn't expect to see it in kind of a farmhouse. I figured they'd have a gas fireplace, but I really love the fact that they didn't just take the rock all the way up, but it's kind of old school. You've got that place to like sit down, stack your Christmas gifts around Christmas time, hang your stockings up here during the holidays, or even gather around here and sit down for those family photos. Now flip around, check out the view over to the kitchen, and as you do, I want you to look up because you've got cathedral ceilings in here with a massive center wood beam You got the two-tone paint. They matched it to some of the windows. But I love the cathedral ceilings. Not only does it kind of open the ceiling up, bring in more light because you've got these upper windows, but it's just cool to look at. You've got the shiplap up there, the wood slats, and I don't know, I think it's really nice and pretty. But circling back around, we're gonna start up at the front of the house. So these are those double doors. I love double doors because you can move in easily without dinging up all the walls, but it really just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of makes the home feel greater than the tiny little entrances that so many of these other homes have. And then a huge front home office. I don't know how well it comes through on camera, but come in here, I'm gonna close this up. I'm gonna show you, you've got these double doors, got a built-in over here. So much space in here. You've got 3 windows looking all the way out into the street. You got the front patio, and then they've set it up as an office, as a desk, I guess kind of a music room. They got a cool music theme. But unlike a lot of the homes we show you, you can walk around in here. There's a ton of space. Come over here, sit down, do your work. You got Johnny Cash. And then, yeah, as I mentioned, you got the built-ins. Just making sure it's not a secret passage. Figured it wasn't because that's the living room. But I will make one commitment to you guys. We will never miss a secret passage. I'm always looking for them. So, all right, so we're back here in the living room. You got the office up at the front of the home. This kitchen is killer, and especially when it comes to counter space, starting with the first island. Yes, the first island. They have 2 islands, okay? So they've got the first island. You got your 4 bar stools. They got the pedestal legs coming down, but really plenty of space here. Ceiling height in here is good. It's 10 feet. So even though you got the cathedral ceiling, you got a support beam going across here. But then the kitchen picks up here. Now, Keith, we've seen these only a handful of times. We're always looking for them, but we got one here. Recently, there was a code change here in Texas, and you can no longer put outlets on the side of kitchen islands because kids can pull the cords. So they've been doing these little pop-up plugs. What if you forget your cord? Well, don't worry. Boom, wireless charging. My phone is charging as we speak. You can just set it up on the countertop. That's pretty cool right there. So as much as I don't like how ugly these are, now that the code's requiring you to put them in top instead of the sides, at least you can just throw your phone on there and not need an ugly cord. So you got the kitchen island, you've got your deep farmhouse sink over here, huge sink, no divider, plenty of room to do all the dishes, but you can flip right around here, voila, another phone charger. But you can set this up as a full buffet. You've got tons of counter space to cook in this kitchen. And really the beauty of being out on 1 or even 3 acres in this case, which I would say this is a bigger lot option out here. I think they put 2 lots together. One of the benefits is you're just not restricted with the width of the home. In fact, this home is significantly wider than it is deep, which is not the case in most of these other neighborhoods. So counter space starts all the way over here. You've got your stainless steel kind of slide in fridge, kind of mid quality, I would say pretty nice fridge in my opinion, until you get up into those kind of crazier appliance package. I think this is just for show, but it's kind of cool. I like exposed shelves, but I will say I wouldn't want them in my house because I don't have like pretty decorations. I have like actual cups I use. Pretty neat though to have the exposed shelves and then be able to close them up with these barn doors. So lots of storage over here. Coming all the way over here into your double oven, and you want this to be able to cook and host. You're less than 10 minutes from the grocery store. So while it feels like you're tucked away out here, because you are, they have brought so many convenient amenities up here to Willis. I'm gonna cover all of them later in this video, so stick around for that, but there's so much space in this house, it doesn't even make sense to be able to show it properly. So this is the pantry, guys. When's the last time we've shown you a pantry that has windows? You can sneak out of your pantry. You can close your pantry door up and you can literally sneak out of your house from your pantry. Pretty cool. Shelves go all the way up. We got a second space for another refrigerator. So very much a working pantry. But if that's not enough, I feel like you could still say this is part of your pantry too. What do you got here? Ice maker. Ice maker for hosting. I believe that's the actual microwave. I thought it was gonna be like a warming drawer. More storage, got your Keurig, your coffee bar, and then no peeking because this loops around. So I'm gonna close that up right there. But everything in this house kind of connects in on itself, so it makes walking around and navigating super easy. One of my favorite layouts we've shown you. Now, a lot of people don't know what these are. These are pot fillers, especially since the sink isn't here. This is the one time I will say, okay, this makes sense, because otherwise you're trying to get water, boom, can't do it. You can't get from the sink. When the sink's here, I think you're lazy if you have one of these. But in this case, it makes sense. You put your pot under it. I'm not gonna do it, but you turn it and you can fill your pots up. You've got, it looks like 6-burner gas cooktop, and then I love the drawers. You know I love the drawers. And this is Kentmore cabinets. I got the same cabinets in my house. They're a good cabinet company. And then this is gonna be your dining area. So very much connected to the home, but look at these unobstructed views out into the backyard. Yeah, they've got the curtains, but they don't even have window treatments up. They don't need them. They bring in a ton of natural light. Now, without this piece here, kind of obstructing, you could definitely put an 8-seater table in here and it would fit. You're definitely confined by the rectangular shape of it, but I think it would make a lot of sense. Now here's where I'm kind of conflicted. Do we take you outside or do we show you the master? I think we're gonna go this way. Now, before we get there, you do have a half bath. And as I mentioned, nothing in this home feels like tight or confined. You move from one room to another, and there's just plenty of space for us to come over here. So this doubles as kind of like the half bath for downstairs, but it's also the pool bath. So this door right here, no peeking, but this goes directly out onto the patio. Brilliant move from a layout perspective, because you definitely do want to build a pool out here. They don't have a neighborhood pool, they don't have a community pool. The whole point out here is to have your own space, and then lots of storage. Huge doors, 8-foot doors. So big old linen closet. Store your towels for the pool in there. Now this connects all the way back around. This is that door that I closed up on you. So this connects over to the pantry. Huge landing area. Now this would normally be the garage. They can do 3-car garages. This appears to be an oversized 3-car garage. This might even be a 4-car garage. It's converted right now into their design center. So when you come out here to build with Tilson, you've got a ton of different options. You also have a lot of different pricing options. This home, not gonna lie, it's gonna be pretty expensive, and we're gonna cover pricing when we leave here. However, we were talking to them, and they're actually even able to beat some of the prices I told you as we were pulling in out here. You can get into homes out here as low as in the $600,000 to $700,000 price range. Now keep in mind, that's not what we're showing you here. I'm gonna tell you the price of this one, but if you wanna get out here on some land, you can probably get in around that $700,000 price point for a smaller home. So anyways, this is the garage. You can pick your tile, everything out over here, but it's just so open. It connects through, no peeking here again. We're gonna go into the master. Now, the master opens up. You've got kind of the same, I would say like a half cathedral ceiling, because it flattens out in the middle, but you've got the wood beams, king bed, and then a lot of kind of two-tone walls with the millwork over here. But check out these views. I mean, I'm just taunting them, but this is what you're out here for. You're out here to look out into those trees. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna shut up and show you this bathroom. Look at how pretty this is. Look how open this is. Got so much space. I mean, this feels like a jacuzzi. This could be in somebody's backyard. Huge freestanding tub. Keith, meet me around over here. I love the color of this tile. And then voila, we got a shower room. You have like a sword fight with these things. You got 2 of them and tons of space, and not one, Keith, but 2 benches. We can both come over here. There you go. After a long day, grab that shower head. Oh, you got waterfall up top too. Take a deep breath, rinse it all off, get back up and seize the day. You can also take in that vitamin D from outside. But anyways, you get the sunlight coming through. You got vanities on both sides of the bathroom, completely spread out, but they're symmetrical, which I like. So your spouse isn't gonna take the better side, which we see happen all the time. And you got 2 closets too. So let's check this one out. They've got this one staged as a his closet. If I need some extra shoes, they got us covered. Pretty decent size. I mean, I would take this all day. You even have the window up top. And then coming all the way over here, you got your toilet room with cabinets up above. You got a second closet in here. Coming all the way, you got the shoe storage and everything. So plenty of space, window up top, but this is where it gets good. I love how this house flows. Boom, we're in a huge laundry room, connects to the closets, connects to the bathroom, but it also kind of connects to the garage and to the main part of the house. So this floor plan makes a ton of sense. One of my favorite 1-story floor plans I've probably ever walked in my life. Now, that's just the owner's wing of the house. Everything on that side is for the owners. Now, if you didn't have the sliders on this house, you would go out onto the back patio that way, but that's no fun. That is no fun. We're gonna do it the right way. Come on over here, boom. It is late March. It's about 78 degrees and sunny out here. And instead of playing golf, I'm making these videos for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. Check this out. Huge back patio. You got the fan. The cathedral ceilings connect all the way through. You got the wood up top. Watch your step. This is where, if you pick a lot with a lot of elevation change, it can come to life, but you've got to be willing to spend the money. They have a lot of money in this backyard in both landscaping and retaining walls. I would be venture to guess well over $100,000, probably over two, between lot prep and lot clearing and dirt work and retaining walls. So a lot of money was spent, but this is the end product. You've got this killer kind of plateau view looking out, and I don't even know what that is. It's like a hangout area. There's no fire pit down there. It's just a cool landscaped area. You got the home all the way back over here. And then flipping around, this is that casita next door. So if you buy a lot with enough space, you are allowed to build a second dwelling on the property. It just can't be larger than 50% the square footage of the home. So as an example, this is a 3,900 plus square foot home. So you could have about an 1,800 square foot secondary dwelling. It just needs to match. And then on top of that, you can have a metal building like that garage over there. You could even go bigger than that one. You just need to kind of match the paint and the skirting of it. As long as you kind of are within those architectural guidelines and build it to look like the house, the sky's the limit, and you can store everything out here on your property. So coming over this way off of the living room, tons of storage. You've got this kind of coat closet, linen closet set up, and we'll start over here with the first of multiple bedrooms. I love the beadboard. I love what their designers did, bringing it to life, lots of color in here. And then you still have those views out into the backyard. 10-foot ceilings, 8-foot doors, opens up nicely into this kind of joint bathroom. So you've got a Jack and Jill connecting, but plenty of space. Every single room you enter in opens up. I mean, we're trying to film together, Keith and I, all the time, and we like run into each other. It's not gonna happen in this house. You got the lower counters for the kids. You get the option if you wanna go taller. Big closets too. Full walk-ins. Keith, I'll let you get by over here. Boom. Full walk-in closets. And then, you know, for flooring in here, they went with a wood look, large vinyl plank. You could do real wood, you could do tile, you got a lot of different options, but all the bedroom sizes are nice and open. That's a full-size bed. You could do a queen in here. So this is just one side of the house. And then you got another wing up over here. Here we go. We got, this is the ensuite. So it's a 4-bedroom house, 3,900 square foot. It's got the office. It is a 1-story, so there's no second floor, giving you these really tall ceiling plates, lots of big windows. This is a full bed. You could do a king in here. You got a full-size dresser, and then this is the ensuite. So it's got its own bathroom, shower, completely closed off to the rest of the house. It doesn't share any walls with the other bedrooms too, so from a noise perspective, you know, if I'm gonna have a 1-story, I just don't want noise to travel through the house. And I'm gonna have an extra little bench over there. Nice. So no bathtub in this one. Tons of space. I love how this home flows. I love how it lives. And this is a really, really great example of what you can build out here in Republic Grand Ranch. And this has Tilson's spin on it. So as we head on over to our next builder, I really want to walk you through pricing, because the last thing I want you to do is get your hopes up only to find out that this is above your budget. So we're going to tell you budget, and then we're going to go check out some other options. Now, I meant it when I said they gave us exclusive access, so much so that I need to lock it back up, because I don't want people just walking in here. They got their sales office right next door, and it's a nice stroll, really spread out. But before we walk out any further, check out this day bed. This just gives you kind of an example of the scale of this home. It's not crammed in, it's not tight. A huge front porch. And in a neighborhood like this, you'll see people cruising around in their side-by-sides and their golf carts, just going for a stroll. And I was out here a few weeks ago. We've got some really close friends of my daughters, and we were out here for their daughter's birthday party. And it was so fun because both couples built homes right next to each other. So their kids get to grow up next to each other, and we're seeing that a lot. A lot of our clients are coming out here and they'll buy one lot, and their parents will buy a lot next door, and their brother or sister will buy a lot next door, and they're building kind of family compounds all on their own property, but just right next door to each other. And Republic Grand Ranch is flying. In fact, I believe they only have around 300 lots left out here. before this neighborhood is completely gone, and then they're opening up that brand new 700 lot neighborhood called the Estates at Texas Grand Ranch, which is just a little bit further north. But if you want to be out here in Willis, really pretty close to everything, Republic Grand Ranch is going to be a great option for you. Now, as far as Tilson's concerned, they've got a wide range of budgets that they can build for, and because they're a custom builder, they can really accommodate you. Now, the smallest home that you're allowed to build here in Republic Grand Ranch is going to be 2,000 square feet, which is pretty reasonable. And what that's going to allow you to do is come out here, you're going to work with us, you're going to buy your land first, and then you're going to have lot prep costs and building costs. So a realistic idea of kind of a smaller home out here with lot prep and everything, you can get in around the $700,000 price point, and that's for a very basic, modest home. Now, as far as what we just showed you, this home, not including the retaining walls, the dirt work, the casitas next door, just the home itself, this is about a $1.1 million home, and it's got a lot of nice features in it, and it's almost 4,000 square feet. But by the time you add in the casita, and then you add in the bonus garage, you add in all this concrete flat work and landscaping, and very expensive retaining walls to perch it up on this hill, and 2 lots equaling 3 acres, you're at around $2 million. So that's what I'm saying. You've got a lot of options and flexibility out here, but you don't need to spend $2 million to get a home this nice out here. You can just go with a smaller lot and not build the additional casitas and stuff, and be out here just over, really just over the $1 million price point. So we're gonna head out from here, and we've got a really great one for you next that's gonna really offer you a completely different option if you are interested in living out here. Now, this builder is one that I'm probably most familiar with personally because they're one of the more prominent luxury builders here in the entire Houston area. This is Partners in Building, and it's got a completely different look and a completely different vibe. That's why I wanted to start all the way down here as we walk down the driveway. But spin around real quick. I want you to see just how long these driveways are. These are really massive lots, over 100-foot setback off of the road. You get the trees in the yards out here, which is kind of the beauty of it versus everything being clear cut. And as you can see, I mean, we're even 15, 20 feet above the house next door. So there's a lot of topography, a lot of elevation change, and it really sets up nicely to put your home in a really unique kind of position on your land. This has a mountain vibe to it. I love the gray, I love the white stone, and I'm excited to get you inside. But before we do, if you don't already know, my name's Kyler Ferris. I'm a broker here in Houston. We run one of the biggest real estate teams in Houston, and we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you that are looking to move to Houston. So if that is you, don't be shy. We do these videos for you. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email, and that way we can help you guys make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. Now come on in and let's check out Partners in Building's massive model home here in Republic Grand Ranch. So as soon as we come in through these large double front black metal glass doors, which are really substantial, by the way, hear this, boom, super sturdy. You're met with your home office. Now this is set up as their sales office over here, but you can see that it's got your room for your home office to work from home, close these doors up, and it's really separated kind of away from the rest of the house. Now let's flip around here because I want you to see this room. This room completely opens up. What a killer view. But before you even get there, you got this sweet little wine locker. I'm gonna see if it's locked up. Nice, it's open. So totally just for display. I don't even think it's temperature controlled. It's really just kind of a display wine room. But what I like is that Partners in Building is just showing off here. They're showing you that they're capable of pretty much doing anything you want. They're one of the more custom builders we've seen here in the Houston area. But man, this room opens up. They took the same stone that we saw on the exterior of the home and brought it inside to give it a lot of texture in these floors. These are real oak floors. They're gorgeous. They're almost like a honey oak though. They pull a little bit more yellow. And I don't even know where to start. You got big cathedral ceilings in here. And this is very much the great room. And you can tell it's a pretty model home when I personally choose to have our brokerage photography sessions in this home. Out of all the homes in Houston, this is where we came. So plenty of space in this main living area. You got the windows bringing in all of the light, and then the kitchen is huge. Massive kitchen island, 4 big bar stools. Love the countertops, and a lot of counter space. Cabinets go really high up. They can't go all the way to the ceiling though, because these are like 20-foot ceilings in the middle. Things are massive. So coming around here, you can see you've got some upgraded appliances over here, definitely a tier above a lot of the other builders' build quality out here. This is one of the few builders that's really not gonna build in those more affordable, lower end prices. This is one of the bigger model homes out here at 4,956 square feet, and we will cover pricing when we get out of here. But look at this upgraded 6-burner cooktop, big farmhouse sink, and really just plenty of space to hang out. This is kind of my dream size house. You got the dining off of the main living room, huge dining room, gives you plenty of space. You can, I mean, this is an 8-seater table. You could even go longer here and it's not crammed at all. Look at all this space. Connects naturally over to the kitchen area. And then as far as the living room's concerned, yeah, as I mentioned, you got the stone going all the way up, and then that's a really cool kind of cast stone fireplace, which we'll get to in a second. But check this out. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. This is my favorite room in the house. This is the party room, okay? If I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna build a home on 1 to 2 acres, I'm gonna build a swimming pool, and I'm gonna have this room where you can actually come on in. We're gonna close these doors up, and you can just host for the party. So put the kids to sleep, stay up late. You could build a golf simulator room in here if you wanted. You've got these massive sliders, a full bar. This is your pool bath over here. I didn't think to look to see if it has a shower. I don't think this one does, but yeah, so it just connects through. So a place for people to come in, use the bathroom. But if I built this house, I would make sure it was a full bath, so I have the shower. I love the countertops, kind of like this matte black to them, super cool. You got your black quartz sink. And one of the craziest things about living out here in Republic Grand Ranch is that even though you got your own party room and you've got this really great place to host people, you're not that far away from civilization. We're just less than 10 minutes away from the freeway right here in Willis at 1097. And 1097 and I-45 is becoming one of the larger new shopping centers really here in this northern Houston area. They've got an H-E-B, which is a massive grocery store. You also have your Kroger. Not many shopping centers have 2 grocery stores. That just shows how much development's taking place here. But you've got all of your new restaurants like your Chipotle's and your coffee shops, all just a short drive away. So as this area continues to develop more and more, it's only gonna become more convenient. And the cool part about this location also is the fact that you're about 20 to 25 minutes away from Lake Conroe. So if you do wanna go out and go boating, you can store your boat in your shop right here on property and then head straight on out to the lake and be out on the water in just a short period of time. Or you can grab out your side-by-sides from your metal building too and head right on up to the National Forest, which is an even quicker, shorter drive away because you're already tucked up pretty close to the National Forest in all of these gorgeous trees. So as far as location's concerned, if you are looking to commute into Houston, probably not the best place to live unless you're open to a longer commute, you know, an hour plus. But as far as commuting to the airport's concerned, you're really only about 45, 50 minutes away from Bush Intercontinental Airport. So less than an hour's drive away. And then you're gonna have everything that you want, obviously, down in Houston. But you don't have to go all the way to Houston. You're only about 35, 40 minutes away from the Woodlands. And the Woodlands is gonna be probably the most robust Houston suburb. So yes, you're out here in the country, but convenient amenities start really just outside of the entrance to the community. Now, back to you, Kyler. The fake aquarium's pretty killer. We'll go upstairs here in a second. I wanna open these sliders up. You really can't build a home like this without these sliders, in my opinion, if I can get them open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Keith, we're in trouble. They might have them locked. I don't see that very often. They might have them actually locked. Is it just me, or is it? Boom. It's just me, guys. Here we go. Now, they don't have a pool over at this house, and flip around and show them just how elevated this yard is. So you definitely need to do some type of cool retaining wall, but they got this kitchen out here. In fact, they're even playing music. You got these huge fans. You got the cedar beams outside. But I mean, this is a party pad, guys. This is what I'm talking about. With this weather, you got the Masters coming on here in a couple weeks. You can watch golf. It's not quite to that time of year where it's too hot yet, but it's getting close. Let's just go ahead and go upstairs and I'll show you that bonus room. This is what takes it from about 3,800 square feet to 4,956 square feet. And one thing that I will note is the cheapest square footage to build in a home is upstairs above the garage. I really don't know, unless you're restricted by budget, why you wouldn't add this. because it just gives the home so much more extra room, so much extra space. They've got a cool game room up here. Pool table is awesome. I love the color. You got 2 bedrooms over here. Really killer. So plenty of space up here. Could be guest rooms, could be for the kids. You've got the bathroom here, vanity, pretty big closet, and then it's a Jack and Jill, so it connects through, and you got plantation shutters in here, full-size bed, plenty of space in these rooms. Absolutely love it. Walk-in attic, see if it's unlocked. So there's even room for another fully built out room. Keep that with your foot if you don't mind. So look at this, guys. Unfinished square footage. Let me tell you a pro tip. When you're building a house, build out a room like this and leave it unfinished. The county will put your square footage on your tax rolls lower, and then you can build it out afterwards, and then you're not paying taxes forever on the actual square footage of your house. Consult your attorney first. You didn't hear that from me, but that's the way to do it. So you could build out a house that's 3,000 square feet, but leave a couple extra rooms, and then really it's 4,000, but you're not paying for all of that. So back downstairs, there's still a lot to show you here on this first floor. So we cut through the kitchen. You can have the master bedroom over on that side. Huge fridge built in, definitely upgrade. And then that's gonna connect through to the garage. They've got that set up as their sales office, but look at this. You've got your laundry room in here, but come on in. I love that they use the space under the stairs. You've got a dog shower. I mean, look at this thing. Come in here, rinse the dogs off. You've got the laundry room, so full-size fridge can go here with a water line. You got your counters, your laundry sink, and then right over here is your washer and dryer. And you can see through over to the outside. Right here is your landing area for the garage. So you got your little seating area. And then this is one of the bedrooms. Now, really good sized rooms as you would expect in a home out here on some acreage. See, we got 2 closets. Love it. 2 closets, not 1, but 2. And I'll meet you back in the hallway because this bathroom actually snakes around. So it's got a full shower. I'm obsessed with these countertops too, by the way. I need to figure out what these are because I want them. And then right behind you, Keith, watch out, there's a door there, dude. Huge working pantry. Gotta love these little slide outs. I think I'd want faces on them just to like hide everything, but so keep in mind there were 2 bedrooms up. You had that bedroom back in there. You've got the office up at the front of the home. Then coming down over here, and look, you got the little art nook. It's all framed out perfectly. We got a whole other section of the house. So normally we don't start with the bathroom, but we're starting with the bathroom. So bathrooms up at the front. I mean, this place is killer. This is like, I might be sold. I just like where I live, but I love this house. Freestanding tub, loops all the way through and around. I'll tell you what, can't be too tall for these guys. So probably you could plumb them up higher. You even have a wood beam running through with little disc lights in there. Got your bench. Oh dude, they knew I was coming, baby. Look at this. We don't see this very often, but instead of like a linen closet, they've got the banquette of cabinets, but you got the clear glass, pretty neat. And then huge closet, big ceilings. Okay, I'm gonna embarrass myself. Keith, you can't reach them either, so no making fun. Normally these are really cool because you can just grab them and pull them down, but look at how tall these things are. So a lot of times there's like a little rod, and then I told you I was good at finding these things. I promise I've never seen this before. I'm always looking for the secrets, guys. Check this out. Little storage place in here, tucked in and hidden. It seems like a really great place to leave you, Keith. See ya. So sometimes we know those passages are there, but that one I really didn't know until we were in the closet, so I'm really glad I found that one for you guys. But now we're in the master bedroom, and what I love is when they've got the bathroom up front like this, you can close off that front door. You've got your own wing of the house, but what it does is it gives you an extra wall versus there being a door here, so you can put artwork up, make it look nice. You got a king bed here, but spin around, look at the windows. I mean, it really feels like you're at like some nature Airbnb, but this is everyday living here in Republic Grand Ranch. A lot of times they'll have deer out here too, so you could just be looking out your window and deer will just be like wandering around in the evening looking for food, but tons of natural light in here. Love this, but we're still not done. It's a huge house. You got the 8-foot doors on the first floor. And then down over here, we have 2 more bedrooms. So you got one right through here. You got storage in here. It's got this is a queen bed and it's got its own bathroom. So really, really nice. It doesn't connect through over to anything. And closets up over in the corner. And then over here, this is really kind of a kind of flex space. It's definitely a bedroom because it does have a closet, but it doesn't have its own bathroom. So I can see why they're using this as a gym. But really, I mean, if you do the bonus room upstairs, you could kind of wall this whole thing off. You could have this as a home gym. You could have this as a nursery if you've got little ones. And then really, you've got a bedroom down and then 2 more up. I mean, this is a huge house. It turns into a 6-bedroom house like that. Now, this is definitely probably my favorite model home out here. I loved what we saw over at Tilson, but this is just more my style, more my vibe. And I really like kind of all the details that they brought into their home. As I mentioned, it feels more like, I mean, look, they have cut up aspen trees as firewood. I don't even know if you can burn aspen, but it sure looks cool, so they know what they're doing. So now's the important part. You're probably wondering how much this costs. Well, now's where I tell you. This home, as you see it, is gonna cost you right around $1.25 million, and that does not count for lot prep cost, and that does not count for the dirt work. And real quick, that's a school bus. Yes, they have school buses out here. So even though it feels like you're out here in the country, there are schools right down the road and they can pick your kids up at your front door. So anyways, what I was saying is you can get this home for around $1.25 million. This is one of the few builders, they're not gonna build $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 homes. They're gonna stick in kind of that luxury price range. If you are looking for something like that, don't worry, one of these other 8 builders is gonna be better suited for you. Speaking of which, I think we have one more builder to go check out. This home has not one, but 2 of the coolest features I've ever seen in any home. And one of these 2 features, I can safely say I have never seen in a home. But we're gonna get to those. I wanna start at the front of the house with this massive office, a little bit larger than we typically see in most homes. And the built-ins that wrap around a true gas fireplace make this thing nice and cozy. It's kind of a blend. It's not overly masculine, not overly feminine, and plenty of space to get some work done in this home office. Now, it's not cold here very often, but when it is pretty cool to have a gas fireplace right in here. You got real wood floors, and I haven't told you who we're with. We are with Sierra Classic Custom Homes, and this is a builder we've never shown you on our channel before, and that's one of the things I like about being out here in Republic Grand Ranch is we're showing you some new builders. This is a big 1-story home, and it opens up quite nicely pretty much immediately from the time you walk in. And I know what you're looking at. You're looking directly through these sliders. These are some of the biggest sliders I have ever seen in my life, out onto a screened-in porch. And guys, my wife is from Florida. If she saw this, she would fall in love. Everything in Florida has screened-in porches, and we don't see them very often here in Texas, but it makes so much sense because I'll be very honest, we do have bugs, we got mosquitoes, and when it's hot out, it's really nice to enjoy the outside with some shade and keep those bugs away. So we'll start over here in the kitchen, huge kitchen, lots of counter space, massive layout, very clean, simple design. Keep in mind, some of these homes are staged fully and some are just kind of lightly staged. These are model homes. They use these as their sales offices as well. This is the biggest island we have seen today. So it doesn't have 2 islands, but it's got one massive one. Can't even reach all the way across it. You've got your bar stools tucked up under, and they wrap the wood paneling all around. You've got the 2-tone with the black and the white lowers, and then huge whites, quartz countertops, deep stainless steel farmhouse sink. And then this is one of my favorite cooktops. It's like the apron front cooktop, so it sits in, but it hangs out. Probably not great for little kids because you can get to the knobs, but if you don't have little ones running around, this is my favorite cooktop in all the homes that we look at. Tucked over here, you've got kind of an open working pantry, and then you've got your closed door pantry where you can really store everything. But this is great over here to have your coffee bar, snacks set up. I'm gonna probably grab some whenever we finish. Now, huge dining area. I like that they showcase it using a round table. You can really see kind of, the fact that this space would fit a massive rectangular or circular table, but I can't wait any longer. Voila, are you kidding me? I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. First of all, I was worried that the house is gonna fall down. These are load-bearing beams, and this is a very expensive feature in a home, but it's also one of the craziest things I've ever seen before. It completely doubles the size of your living room. It goes from being big to absolutely massive. You've got this stamped and stained concrete patio, outdoor dining space, big fan, and it's even textured. It wraps all the way around. You've got this screened in porch, so you still get these gorgeous views looking out, but looking back in, you've got a ton of privacy. This is as cool as it gets, in my opinion. And behind you, you've got the door that goes out onto the back patio. You've got your outdoor grill, so you can still cook. It just connects through pretty seamlessly. And this is the first home that we've looked at that's got a lot of stucco, so kind of showing you a different option for your finishes. Outdoor grill set up over here. And then as you look right out over there, this is a good example of a more cleared lot and plenty of space. You could definitely do a pool right off of the back. And one thing I hadn't mentioned so far is all of the homes out here are gonna operate on septic systems. Very common whenever you're out on acreage, you have your own septic systems. They're very low maintenance. And these are all kind of installed with the builders, kind of included in that lot prep cost. But you've got those, you got sprinklers back here, and then you've got nature. You got the trees, you got the nature component. I'm gonna wait till the end to tell you how much this costs. I want you to comment down below. Just guess how much these sliders cost. I'll tell you this, whenever we were talking to the sales guy, I gave my number and I thought it was a high number. It was double what my guess was. Let me get these closed back up and we'll finish this tour. And boom, just like that, back to your normal house, back to your normal living space. You got two options in this living room. We're gonna go this way. This is gonna take us over to the master suite. But before you get to the master, you've got a huge laundry room in here. Now, forgive them, they've got a bunch of wires over here. It looks like they're working on some Wi-Fi, but they got a dog wash station elevated up nice and high, even a cute little light. Boom, click that on. Laundry room, so you'd have your washer dryer over here, plenty of cabinet space, folding table, you can put your pet beds under there, and then this actually connects back through onto the back patio, which is where we just were. So you can come through here if you're coming back from the pool, and it connects over. You've got your garage over here with your landing area. They're using that as the sales office. Most of the garages out here are 3-car garages. You got the space to do it, why not? And then boom, look at the cathedral ceilings. It's a theme out here, but I love it. You got the exposed wood, huge bedrooms, real wood floors. This dark wood is very pretty. Definitely different than kind of the mid-tones we're used to seeing, but king bed, so much space. And then this also connects back through over here to the backyard. So tons of access in and out. You can walk right back over to the screened-in patio too, if you want. All right, I showed you one cool feature. We still have one more in the store. But first I wanna show you the bathroom. Similar to some of the other bathrooms we've seen, I think the pattern and the theme over here is the fact that there's so much space here. You can basically take up half of the entire house with a bathroom. I knew I was coming. I'm telling you, Keith, are you texting these guys? They got my loofahs ready, they got my bench, little windows up here, some frosted glass. This is pretty, this is nice. Not one, but it looks like we got 2 linen closets. One right behind you too, and then your freestanding soaker tub with plenty of space to actually be able to clean back behind here. Very, very important to be able to do that. Now, closets are really built out in this home. I like them quite a bit. This is what I was trying to show you guys over at the other house. So check these out if I don't break them. I hope I don't break them. But they are spring loaded. And you just pull those down, you hang your clothes on them, swoop, and go right back up. Oh, they're slow. So couldn't reach them in the other house. Not my fault, blame my mother. All right, you ready for this? One of the coolest things we've seen in the house. It's one thing to find a secret passage. It's another thing to have a complete safe door to a safe room in your closet. I don't think I can get this open, but they installed, like, this is no joke. This is a real solid steel safe door into a room in your house. Now it does have a return air, so you get some fresh air circulating in here. Use this for whatever you want. You could hook up your security systems, play your video games in here, store your guns, great place to do that. And then I would lock you in here, Keith, but I really don't think you'd be able to get out. So, oh wait, look at that, you can get out. Little safety mechanism in the safe. So that's it. You got 2 closets over on this side of the house, both pretty good size, but then you get a little bit extra space once you get back behind that safe door. But that's it for the master, and we got more bedrooms for you. So coming back through the living room, you got 2 bedrooms over here with little snaky hallways. That way there's a little bit of sound barrier. Over here, they've got this one set up as an office, but it's got a full bathroom in here. Get the light on for you. Now they've got their security in here. This is where one of the salespeople's works out of, but it is a full home office. And then over here, another ensuite, beautifully decorated little girl's room. Shout out to my daughter when I go hang out with her as soon as we're done here. But this looks to be a queen bed. So good size and full size bathroom in here. And then you still have kind of a whole other section tucked over here on the other side of this huge electric fireplace. This goes all the way up. Check this out, game room, playroom, so flex space. So on this floor plan, you're gonna have the option of using it as a bedroom or as a game room. They've got this one set up as a game room, which I think is really cool. Got the little kind of popcorn closet tucked away over in here. And then you do have your kind of ensuite bathroom. This, as I mentioned, is flex space. That does connect through out to the patio. So this is what you would use as the pool bath. In fact, come on in here, you can see, this is one of my favorite things on doors. They got the little privacy sliders. So this connects through, so I love it. This is a great home to build a pool. You can close this up, use this as kind of the party pad or as that 4th and final bedroom. This home comes in right around 3,500 square feet, and they can build fully custom with CR Classic. So you can come to them with an idea, they will completely draw it out for you and build from scratch. So pretty cool stuff. Let's get you outside and let's tell you exactly how much this home costs. Now this is a really gorgeous 1-story. I love the exterior of it. And you've got a huge kind of horseshoe U-shaped driveway, plenty of room for parking. I've got a massive truck, and this driveway makes it look tiny. Now the home we just showed you is right around 3,500 square feet, and that feature for that sliding door costs $80,000. So not many people are gonna opt to put it in their home, but it's really cool for them to have in a model home to show you one of those staple features that they can do. And for an additional $10,000, they can make it automatic where you just click a button. There's a lot of structural work involved in making that thing happen. But this home, you can get as you see it with that structural upgrade on a lot similar to this one with dirt work and everything, completely turnkey. You're gonna come in around $1.1 million. Now the house itself, you're gonna be able to get closer to 900, and then you're gonna have the lot cost plus that dirt prep work. So tons of options out here. What we've learned just in talking to a few of the 9 builders out here is that you really can't get in out here under $600,000. $600,000 is where everything starts, and that's with the cheapest lot, with minimal lot prep, with the smallest house. And then the most expensive stuff you're gonna see out here is around 2. But the sweet spot really seems to be in what we've shown you in these last 2 or 3 homes. You can get a home out here in kind of that $900 to $1.4 million range with lot included, lot prep and everything. They've got a bunch of different options. Some of the builders, only a handful of them are gonna finance for you, but we've got you covered. We've got some really, really great construction loan lenders we've partnered with to help clients out here. And maybe you're just starting your journey. Maybe you see what you like here, but you want to explore more areas. Well, the good news is we've got you covered. We've got over 200 videos on our channel, and one of them I think you're gonna absolutely love. I would check this one out if you're looking for other kind of acreage community areas. It'll give you another option. And as always, if you're thinking about moving to Houston, don't be shy. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas.